served and helped one poor man, seeing Shiva in him, without thinking of his caste or race or anything. With him, Shiva is more pleased than with the man who sees him only in temples. You cannot help anyone. You can only serve the children of the Lord. Serve the Lord Himself if you have the privilege. If the Lord grants that you can help any one of His children, blessed you are. Blessed you are that privilege was given to you when others had it not. Do it only as worship. Swami Vivekananda. With the motto of Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Cha, for one's own salvation and for the good of the world, Ramakrishna Mission was started with its headquarters at Belur Mutt in Howrah district of West Bengal in the year 1897. In later years, many branch centers came up all over India and abroad to disseminate the ideas of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda, and also with a view to render selfless service to people as a spiritual practice, with the idea of serving man is serving God. Vrindavan, the holy playground of Lord Krishna, is one of the important destinations of pilgrimage in India. Devotees flock in lakhs every year to get a glimpse of various sacred temples as well as the birthplace of Lord Krishna in Mathura. As early as in the year 1907, a few young men charged with the life-giving ideas of Swami Vivekananda were busy serving the poor mendicants and devotees at Kala Babu's Kunj on the bank of the river Yamuna in Vrindavan, where Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi had previously spent over a year in intense austerity. Thus, one of the earliest branch centers of Ramakrishna Mission, with the name Ramakrishna Mission Sevashrama, was started in holy Vrindavan, the land sanctified with the holy footprints of Lord Krishna. Vrindavan, being remotely located with no access to the technological advancements of 20th century, lacked in basic amenities like health, education, and other resources. Ramakrishna Mission Sevashrama, then only a small homeopathic dispensary, proved to be a great boon to the poor and needy. Eventually, allopathy services too were added, and it took shape of a small hospital with 4 beds. To meet the demands of the people, later the Sevashrama was shifted from Kala Babu's Kunj to a newly acquired land at Pani Ghat on the bank of Yamuna, where a hospital with 50 beds started functioning with basic specialities. Due to repeated inundation of the Sevashrama during Yamuna floods, the hospital activities were hampered, causing great inconvenience to the patients. To address this situation and provide uninterrupted services, the Sevashrama was moved to its present campus in 1953, and a new hospital building with a capacity of 100 beds was built. This new hospital building was dedicated to the public on 8th December 1963 by the then Honorable Prime Minister Shri Jawaharlal Nehru. Many renowned personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Madan Mohan Malaviya, Govind Vallabh Pant, V.V. Giri, etc. visited and witnessed various service activities of the Sevashrama on various occasions. Since 1963, the hospital gradually expanded, with many more facilities being added year after year. In 1993, another floor was added to the existing ground floor of the OPD block to accommodate the increasing number of patients. During the first 2 decades of 21st century, the Sevashrama witnessed the visits of many eminent personalities like Shri Pranab Mukherjee, the then finance minister in 2007, Shri Ram Naik, the then governor of Uttar Pradesh in 2016, Shri Tathagata Roy, the then governor of Tripura in 2017, and Shri Ram Nath Kovind, the then governor of Bihar, in the same year to inaugurate various facilities of the hospital. The dawn of this century saw a thorough rebuilding of the hospital. The old single-storied private ward block was demolished and reconstructed into a new and more spacious double-storied building which was inaugurated in 2017. The private wards have deluxe, semi-deluxe, and twin-sharing cabins to serve the requirements of different classes of patients. The process of upgradation continued, and a new Sharada block with advanced facilities was added to meet the needs of the present-day scenario. The Honorable President of India, Shri Ram Nath Kovind, inaugurated the new block on 28 November 2019 in the presence of the Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Srimati Anandiben Patel, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogi Adityanath, and several other dignitaries.
एक और महायोगी प्रभु श्री कृष्ण ने यहाँ पर जन साधारण को अत्याचार से मुक्त करने के लिए और दूसरी ओर रामाकृष्ण मिशन चैरिटेबल हॉस्पिटल की स्थापना हुई रोगियों को बीमारी से मुक्त करने के लिए। इसलिए मैं इस परोपकारी और निस्वार्थ भाव से रोगियों को समर्पित इस अस्पताल के नए ब्लॉक के लोकार्पण कार्यक्रम में भाग लेकर के मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हुई। आई एम हैप्पी दैट रामाकृष्ण मिशन बाय इट्स सेल्फलेस सर्विस हैज प्रूव्ड टू बी दैट मशीनरी which Swami Vivekananda has idealized, and that too a well-oiled and well-calibrated machinery.
मुझे खुशी है कि यह चैरिटेबल हॉस्पिटल की चिकित्सा के अत्याधुनिक उपकरणों से सुसज्जित है तथा इसमें गंभीर किस्म की बीमारियों के इलाज की सुविधा उपलब्ध है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आर्थिक रूप से कमजोर एवं गरीब लोगों को चिकित्सा सुविधा उपलब्ध कराने में यह हॉस्पिटल मिशन के उद्देश्यों के अनुरूप अपने नैतिक दायित्व का निर्वहन करता रहेगा।
Much impressed with the facilities and services of the hospital, the Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogi Adityanath, visited the Sevashrama again in 2022 to inaugurate the new and advanced cath lab.
बहुत सही, सस्ती और विश्वसनीय स्वास्थ्य सुविधा के एक महत्वपूर्ण केंद्र के रूप में ब्रिज क्षेत्र में रामकृष्ण मिशन का यह हॉस्पिटल यहां पर हम सबके सामने है। हॉस्पिटल में मुझे देख करके प्रसन्नता हुई। एक तो आपने देखा होगा कितना साफ सुथरा है। ये हम सबका सौभाग्य है कि विगत 114 वर्षों से अपने पूज्य गुरुदेव रामकृष्ण परमहंस जी की स्मृति में रामकृष्ण मिशन की स्थापना स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने की थी। वैश्विक स्तर पर भारत की सनातन धर्म को जो पहचान स्वामी विवेकानंद ने हजारों वर्षों की दबी हुई सुप्त चेतना को एक बार वैश्विक मंच प्रदान किया था, वह अभिनंदनीय है। आज इसीलिए हर देशवासी स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के प्रति पूरी श्रद्धा भाव के साथ उन्हें सम्मान देता है। और शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में, स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में, मानव कल्याण के क्षेत्र में जो अद्भुत कार्य रामकृष्ण मिशन ने विगत 100-125 वर्ष के अंदर किया है। ये अद्भुत है, अभिनंदनीय है। और ये रामकृष्ण मिशन का ये हॉस्पिटल उसका एक उदाहरण यहाँ पे हम सबके सामने प्रस्तुत करता है।
The entire team of this magnanimous 300-bed multi-speciality charitable hospital is dedicated to serving the poor and the needy, thus making practical the lofty idea of serving man as serving God.
The uniqueness of our hospital is that it has a deep spiritual foundation. Many of our doctors are devotees to the Holy Trio or admirers of the mission's charitable activities, and they consider it their privilege to get an opportunity to serve in this Sevashrama.
In the Sevashrama hospital, every day gets an auspicious beginning with prayers to the Almighty for the welfare of all. The on-duty staff gather every morning and pray together, sending positive vibes reverberating throughout the hospital. At present, the Sevashrama hospital houses super specialities like surgical oncology, medical oncology, interventional cardiology, urology, neuromedicine, neurosurgery, nephrology, gastroenterology, plastic surgery, and general specialities like general medicine, general surgery, laparoscopic surgery, pediatrics, pediatric surgery, bariatric surgery, gynecology, and obstetrics, orthopedics with joint replacements, neonatology, pulmonology, diabetology, radiology, pathology, ENT, ophthalmology, emergency medicine, dermatology, physiotherapy, dentistry, Ayurveda, naturopathy, and homeopathy. On an average, the hospital's OPD gets a volume of 1400 consultations per day. While consultations in common medicines are free for all patients, a very nominal fee is charged for investigations.
See, I have been coming to this hospital for almost 15 years now. It has been a very pleasant place to work. As a doctor or as a medical student, we have been watching our teachers giving free service. This is one institution which gives service to people without expecting anything from them. People here, medical treatment has become costly today because of investigations and other things. So, working here gives a different kind of satisfaction that you can really help a poor individual to regain his health. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, that's what we are trying to do.
A fully automated laboratory comprises units like biochemistry, hematology, histopathology, microbiology, serology, and frozen section for cancer detection. All tests are conducted using advanced auto-analyzers for accurate results. The blood bank of the hospital supplies whole blood as well as blood components. Blood transfusion is done free of cost for all patients in general wards, while a very nominal fee is charged in private wards. Other advanced diagnostic facilities include 1.5 Tesla MRI scanner, 32-slice CT scanner, ultrasonography, mammography, DR X-ray system, OPG, endoscopy, bronchoscopy, colonoscopy, colposcopy, ERCP, etc. Out of the total 300 beds, 180 beds are in general wards meant for economically weaker sections of the society. In these general wards, bed, medicines, oxygen, minor procedures, doctors' consultations, nursing care, all are provided free of cost, while charging a very nominal fee for other services like investigations and surgeries. Nutritious diet is served to all inpatients of the hospital 3 times a day along with milk.
ये हॉस्पिटल एक बहुत पुराना हॉस्पिटल है, काफ़ी अच्छा हॉस्पिटल है। यहाँ पर काफ़ी अच्छी फैसिलिटीज़ हैं और जिसमें कि कोई भी सुविधाएं काफ़ी अच्छी होने के साथ साथ यहाँ के डॉक्टरों का नेचर, नर्सों का नेचर, व्यवहार सेवा भाव का है, ना कि कोई बहुत कमाने के उद्देश्य से। यहाँ गरीब आदमी आते हैं, मैं देखता हूँ, मैं 1 हफ्ते से देख रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे काफ़ी अच्छा इनका प्रोसीजर रहता है। खाने से लेकर रहने तक बहुत अच्छी सुविधाओं के साथ ये हॉस्पिटल अपने आप में एक अनूठी मिसाल है।
The entire hospital team strives to ensure that no patient is denied medical treatment for want of money. Destitute widow mothers and mendicant sadhus are given full free facilities covering the whole gamut of treatment, including OPD consultations, surgeries and ICU care without any limitations. Emergency department with a triage provides round-the-clock services. The triage is well equipped to manage all emergency situations with ambulance services always available at a moment's notice.
In emergency, most of times we are getting referred patients, accident patients, CKD, CVA, cardiac patients, all services are available.
The cardiology department with a cath lab enables advanced cardiac procedures like angiography, angioplasty, pacemaker insertions, implantable cardiac defibrillator, cardiac resynchronization therapy, and EP study. This department is also equipped with facilities like 2D echo, EMG, Holter, ECG, etc. The Cancer Center of the hospital is one of its kind in this region with facilities for detection and treatment of a wide variety of cancers through both surgical and medical means. The oncology OPD is equipped with a minor OT, colposcopes, etc. The surgical oncology wing has 2 ultra-modern modular operation theatres for advanced surgeries like commandos, preflaps, Whipples, reconstructions, wide excisions and radical surgeries. The medical oncology wing has all the necessary facilities to provide quality chemotherapy and immunotherapy. The oncology department has 26 beds in general ward to serve the needs of financially backward sections of society, while its private ward has 11 beds for those who opt for cabin facilities. The operation theatre complex comprises 8 operation theatres and conducts over 3,800 operations in a year. The operating rooms are differently designated to conduct general, laparoscopic, gynae, obstetric, orthopedic, ophthalmic, ENT, onco, neuro, uro, and plastic surgeries in an organized manner. The ortho surgery department performs joint replacements apart from treating fractures and ligament injuries.
I'm a part of this institution or Sevashram for last 10 years. When I came back from abroad, I wanted to do a bit towards society. With changing time, institution has also changed a lot from being relatively secondary center to a full-fledged tertiary center where we are able to render all state-of-the-art specialities and services to anybody and everybody who is in need.
The CSSD ensure proper sterilization of all the surgical instruments belonging to various sections of the hospital. The Operation Theatre Complex has one of its kind automated central sterile supply department as its subsidiary with advanced autoclaves, ETO machines and sterile instrument storage facilities. The dialysis unit of the nephrology department offers world-class dialysis services at minimal costs with a team of experienced technicians and nurses. The pediatric general ward has an attractive ambience suitable for children, supported by a playroom for the admitted kids, thus enabling them to be adaptive to medication and to get well soon.
हमें यहाँ रहने की बहुत सुविधा मिलती है। हमारे बच्चे को टाइम से देखभाल करते हैं, दूध मिलता है पीने के लिए और गर्म पानी भी मिलता है और सिस्टर भी कहने से बहुत तैयार रहती हैं। खिलौने दिए भी जाते हैं, वहाँ खिलाते हैं, झुला भी सकते हैं, तो इससे बहुत अच्छा रहता है बच्चा तो, और साथ में ट्रीटमेंट भी वो रहता है।
The maternity ward brings over 100 new lives into the world each month with the caring hands of experienced gynecologists and obstetricians with a separate maternity general ward supported by cabin facilities.
मुझे इस हॉस्पिटल में काम करने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है। इस हॉस्पिटल की विशेषता है कि यहाँ गरीब मरीजों के लिए बहुत सारी सुविधा है, काफ़ी चीज़ें उनको निःशुल्क होती है। वो अपने बड़े हताश होकर सब जगह से आते हैं और लेकिन जब यहाँ उनका काम हो जाता है तो बड़ी खुशी मिलती है उन लोगों को। हम लोगों को वो काफ़ी दुआएं देकर जाते हैं।
The 20-bed neonatal ICU of the hospital is the only of its kind in this region with ventilators and other necessary supportive equipment. This facility is a boon to poor babies and their families. The 22-bed intensive care unit of the hospital is the best in this region and provides advanced and compassionate care to patients suffering from serious ailments. Equipped with ventilators, ABG analyzers, portable X-ray, ultrasound machine, and 2 separate dialysis machines exclusively for ICU patients. This is the only advanced intensive care unit in the nearby districts. All these patients are monitored round the clock by a team of specialist doctors and dedicated team of nurses.
The Sevashram Hospital, over the course of a last decade, has grown into a tertiary center which offers the facilities in the field of gastroenterology, neurology, nephrology, and cardiology. We as an institute have offered services at par with the best in the industry at affordable prices. We offer critical care services in the field of nephrology, where we are equipped with the state-of-the-art ICU with ventilators and dialysis machine.
The Sevashrama, in partnership with other charitable organizations, conducts free urology and general surgical camps twice a year. Several highly renowned specialists from Mumbai, Pune, and Delhi come to offer their charitable services, and over 100 patients are operated upon during each camp. The physiotherapy department, with various equipment, serves more than 60 patients a day suffering from various physiological problems. The Diabetes Clinic supplies free medicines and insulin to nearly 200 beneficiaries on a regular basis, and also imparts diabetes education to patients in the day-to-day self-management of diabetes.
For type 1 diabetic patients, we provide them free glucose sugar testing strip, free glucometers, and for them we also arrange some classes for that they can be educated for their diabetic lifestyle.
Apart from a free medicine distribution counter, the hospital also has a sales counter. Medicines are entirely free for mendicants and the poor, while a very reasonable price is charged for others from this pharmacy. The hospital has a large and spacious store where all the requirements of various departments are stored and are supplied.
তলা তল পাতাল খুঁজলে তলা তল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্ন ধন তলা তল পাতাল খুঁজলে পাবি রে প্রেম রত্ন ধন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে আমার মন ডুব 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 রূপ সাগরে.
To put into practice the lofty ideal of serving man is serving God, and remind one and all of the spirit of service every year. On the birth anniversaries of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, all the patients admitted in the hospital are individually worshipped as Rogi Narayana with offerings of sandal paste, garlands, fruits, sweets, and arati by the monks, doctors, nurses, devotees, and others. Indeed, this is a very unique feature of this hospital and a lifetime experience for many who participate in this.
Here we consider all the activities as service to God. This is a part of our spiritual life. Here all the patients are considered as Narayana. Rogi Narayana we say, they are all our Narayanas. With this concept only, we are serving the society. Here patients from far off places come, all of them are treated equally, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, all are equal for us.
बोले क्या है साईं यहाँ तो हर तो सुविधा मिलती है, मरीज को खाना भी मिलता है, खर्चा भी बहुत हमारा कम होता है, समझे। हर तरह की देखभाल, साफ सफाई, बढ़िया सुथरा हॉस्पिटल है ये। डॉक्टर साहब और नर्स जो हैं जितनी भी बढ़िया अच्छा व्यवहार करती हैं, जैसे कि अपने परिवार के सदस्य हों ये, उस तरीके से, और बढ़िया रखते हैं मरीज को। और खर्चा भी यहाँ बहुत कम होता है, अमीर हो या गरीब हो सबके लिए बढ़िया बर्ताव करते हैं। टेस्ट वगैरह में भी काफ़ी हमारी किफ़ायत होती है यहाँ।
The hospital has its own oxygen plant with a supply capacity of 1600 liters per minute for the generation of medical oxygen. This oxygen plant supplies oxygen to all the 300 beds of the hospital through its central supply system. People from very distant places visit this hospital to avail various medical services under one roof.
राजस्थान के पास में मेरे भाई हैं, राजस्थान में मतलब डीग के पास की रहने वाली हूँ मैं। तो उनके बताने से मैं यहाँ पर आई। मतलब बहुत अच्छी व्यवस्था मिलती है, बहुत अच्छे डॉक्टर हैं, बहुत अच्छी नर्स हैं, देखभाल अच्छी रहती है, साफ सफाई भी अच्छी रहती है। हमने बहुत प्रशंसा सुनी, इसलिए हम यहाँ पे आए। कितना भी दूर हो, मतलब इलाज बढ़िया हो, पैसा कम हो। भाई हम तो पहली बार आए हैं अभी, तो हमको अच्छी वो मिल रही है सुविधा यहाँ पे आके।
In order to provide a shelter to visitors who otherwise have no lodging for the night, a night shelter cum waiting hall facility, Rain Basera, is provided free of charge to one and all without any discrimination. The Sevashrama campus also has facilities of accommodation for its doctors, nurses, and technicians. A school of nursing attached with the Sevashrama hospital conducts a 3-year diploma course in general nursing and midwifery with an annual intake of 30 financially poor but meritorious students. This school is recognized by Uttar Pradesh Medical Faculty as well as Indian Nursing School. All these girls are provided board and lodging free of charge and are offered employment in the hospital after completion of their course. The meritorious students are also given scholarships. The nursing students undergo rigorous coursework and training for 3 years, first through various labs like Foundation Lab, Anatomy Lab, Advanced Lab, as well as through daily clinical training in the hospital.
मैंने यहाँ आके सेवाश्रम के नर्सिंग स्कूल में एडमिशन लिया था। वहाँ का स्टडी मैंने 3 इयर्स कंप्लीट करके मैंने क्लिनिकल ज्वाइन किया। क्लिनिकल यहाँ का इतना अच्छा है, मैंने धीरे धीरे अपना क्लिनिकल भी कंप्लीट करने के बाद में मुझे नर्सिंग सुपरवाइज़र का पोस्ट मिला।
हमारे सेवा आश्रम में जितनी भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं और जो स्टाफ नर्सेस हैं उनको अच्छे से अच्छे ट्रेनिंग मिलती है नर्सिंग स्किल्स के लिए, और जो एडवांस नर्सिंग प्रोसीजर्स होते हैं, नर्सिंग प्रोसीजर्स हैं, वो हमें अच्छे से सिखाए जाते हैं, जिसमें हमारा पूरा सपोर्ट्स हमारी टीचर्स करते हैं, डॉक्टर्स करते हैं, मैनेजमेंट करता है, जो चीज़ें हम लोगों को आगे चल के बहुत बेनिफिट करती है।
Every year, the new incoming students take oath of nursing during the lamp lighting ceremony. The student nurses as well as the staff nurses get an opportunity to showcase their talent on such occasions in the beautiful auditorium of the Sevashrama. The Nivedita Girls Hostel provides a spacious and positive living ambience for students and practicing nurses. All girls live in a homely and spiritually elevating atmosphere with daily prayers and moral education classes. The training process tries to instill strong integrity and values in our students, as on them depend the lives of many patients in future. Mobile medical services form one of the important wings of this hospital. A dedicated project named Vivekananda Medical Services conducts daily mobile medical camps 6 days in a week for the detection of non-communicable diseases like hypertension, diabetes, cancer, etc. Diagnosed patients are given free medicines and are referred to the hospital for further treatment as needed. Telemedicine services with 9 units spread over 9 different blocks of Mathura district provide primary care to patients sitting in their own village, thus reducing the travel time and costs. The Sevashrama's charitable activities also extend beyond the medical domain. Vrindavan is also home to many destitute widow mothers who are often not cared for by their families in old age. 1,700 such widows are provided food ration every month, which includes rice, pulses, oil, soaps, sugar and salt. On various special occasions, they are also given utensils and other items of daily use. The monks of the Sevashrama look upon them as many forms of the Holy Mother and serve them with dedication. Many children in Vrindavan do not have access to a decent schooling. Vivekananda Bal Vikas Kendra, a non-formal school run by the Sevashrama in its Panighat campus, aims to uplift the underprivileged children of the area by providing free education in their academic subjects, apart from moral classes. Nutritious diet is also provided daily to all these children.
All these noble services to mankind are done as a service to God. Nara seva hi Narayan seva hai, as told by Swami Vivekananda. We are trying to follow his footsteps and contribute our might to the society.
The Goshala is home to 100 cows and their calves. Milk supplied from this Goshala sustains all inmates of the ashrama like patients, staff nurses, nursing students, monks, devotees and other visitors. The library provides a peaceful environment for studies and reading. The bookstall offers a rich collection of Ramakrishna Vivekananda literature to spread the message of the Holy Trio. Kala Babu Kunj, where the Sevashrama had its inception, is now a memorial named after Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi as Ma Sharada Kutir. Visitors can walk through an exhibition on the divine lives of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda on the ground floor, and also sit in silent prayer in the shrine dedicated to the Holy Trio on the first floor, the very room where the Holy Mother spent her days in austerities. Ramakrishna Mission Sevashrama's journey through these 114 years has been a saga of spiritual upliftment through service to humanity in the fields of health, education, and welfare activities. The source and inspiration for all the activities of the Sevashrama is its beautiful and elegant universal temple of Sri Ramakrishna, which spontaneously kindles devotion and a prayerful mood in devotees and other visitors. The regular morning and evening prayers and Vesper services by the monastic members easily elevate the mind to a spiritual realm. Celebration of various festivals also form a part of the activities of the temple. All these noble service activities are made possible only by the continuous support of various philanthropic individuals and institutions who are all an integral part of this Seva Yajna.